Principles of scientific management were pre-bounded by Mr. Frederick Winslow Taylor, F.W. Taylor. There are 5 different principles is listed. First one, science, not rule of thumb. Harmony, not discard. Mental revolution. Cooperation, not individualism. Development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. The children, this is a very important 5-mark question. So here the pictorial representation, science, not rule of thumb. Listen, when a manager is, whatever the decision he is taking, he has to take the decision on the scientific method, not on the traditional one. Next one, harmony, not discard. Harmony, the term நல்லிணக்கம், தமிழ்ல நல்லிணக்கம்னு சொல்லுவோம். The harmony must be there between the worker and the management. Next one, mental revolution. We have to think in a revolutionary way. The cooperation must be there. The workers must cooperate with the management and management also should cooperate the workers. Cooperation, not individualism. Again, this rule is talking about the cooperation. The cooperation in training, cooperation in work, cooperation in decision making, everything should be there. The last one is development of each and every person. Listen, in an industry, if your management only improves in the profit and workers are in the same way, in the sense, it is not a proper development. Development must be there in the, for each and every person. Science, not rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means decisions taken by manager as per their personal judgment. They are not following any scientific things. They are using their personal judgments for taking the decisions. But scientific methods will help in saving the time as well as human energy. But instead of this personal judgments, if they are following the scientific methods, definitely it will save the time. See, the third point, application of scientific analysis and not by intuition or hit and trial methods. Definitely in an organization we cannot go for trial and all. We have to go for the strongest decisions with the help of scientific analysis. Harmony, not discard. Taylor emphasized on there should be complete harmony between the workers and the management. Both the management and the workers should realize the importance of each other. Definitely, without management, workers cannot survive. Without workers, management cannot survive. So, both should know importance of each other. And it should always be kept in mind that prosperity for an employer cannot exist for a long time unless it is accompanied by the prosperity of the employees of that organization and vice versa. Both should prosper. The management are the owner of the organization as well as the employees. Here, this harmony is possible by the following things. Sharing a part of surplus with workers, surplus profit with the workers. Training of employees, always they have to go in the scientific way. When the new technology arrives, they must go for it. So proper training should be given to the employees. Division of work. One particular part of workers should not be overburdened. The work must be divided among the workers, among with different departments also. Team spirit, always team spirit works. So the workers must have team spirit as well as the management must encourage the workers for the team spirit. The next one, positive attitude. Always the workers must work with positive attitude, not only workers, including the management. Last one, sense of discipline. Children, discipline is the basic thing. Wherever you go, without discipline, you cannot succeed. So, even in the organization, management, workers, employees, labor, whoever it may be, everybody must have sense of discipline. For example, we have an example now. In Japanese companies, when they are going for a strike, they won't lock down the organization. They just wear a black badge where they will work more than the normal hours to impress the management. Even I am having one more example also. In Japan, we have one shoe company where the employees need some bonus or some monetary benefit from the organization, from the management. What they have done, they started producing only the left leg shoes. The production is going on, but the management cannot go for the sales because only left leg shoes are ready. After getting approval from the management for the monetary benefits, they started working on the right leg shoes. Anyway, the production is as per the target. But workers showed their opposition also, but they got the benefits also from the management. So whenever we are working in an organization, we have to show harmony towards the management. Next one, mental revolution. The attitude of the workers and management must be good between each other. Both should realize the importance of each other and should work with full cooperation. And management as well as the workers should aim to increase the profit of the organization. See, business organization main motto, main goal is profit making. So, management and workers both should aim to increase the profit of the organization. Next one, cooperation, not individualism. As a teamwork, as a team, we should not show our individual things, but when someone is showing that one, the management must encourage that also. Cooperation, mutual confidence, sense of goodwill should be prevail among both managers as well as workers. Workers should be considered as a part of management and should be allowed to take part in the decision making process of the management. Always they must have some part in the management decisions. Management should always welcome their suggestions and should be also reward them if their suggestions prove to be beneficial for the organization. Reduction of cost or increasing the production, etc. See, the workers may give superb suggestion at the time of meeting, in the side of production, in the side of sales. Whenever they are giving that suggestion, which is very positive thinking suggestions, then that must be accepted by the management. At the same time, workers should also resist from going on strike or making unnecessary demands from the management. Workers also must be very sincere. They should not go for any unnecessary, you can notice that one, unnecessary demands. All the necessary demands can be accepted, but the unnecessary demands should be avoided. Both of them should visualize themselves as the two pillars whose soundness alone can ensure achievement of common goals in the organization. Listen, pillars, without pillars we cannot construct a building. In the same way, these are all the two very important pillars. One is management, other one is worker. The last one, development of each and every person to his are her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Efficiency of any organization also depends on the skill and capabilities of its employees. Thus, providing training to the workers was considered essential in order to learn the best method developed through the use of scientific approach. Listen children, in an organization if they are installing a new machinery, without training, your worker cannot work with the machinery in a successful way. So, proper training should be given to the workers. Employees should be selected scientifically. Definitely, at the time of selection itself, scientific approach